Welcome to another Numismatic Notes with Benjamin, only this time with the coin focus. I have for you coin number, I believe 5 of the 12 Labors of Hercules. This is the 2020 reissue of a popular earlier series that began in 1997, and the focus of this one is the Augeias Stables and how Hercules was tasked to clean them out in the course of one day. The obverse of our note, which I'll show to you in a minute, has the standard Pobjoy Mint bust of Queen Elizabeth II, while the reverse shows Hercules, some cattle, and ruins that may be the stables in question. To recap, up to this point, Hercules has slayed the Nemean lion and now wears his skin as armor. He has killed the Lernaean hydra. He has captured and released the Arcadian stag. And he has also captured and delivered alive the the Erymanthian boar. What more is there to do for the cowardly Eurystheus? Apparently plenty. Hercules' present task is to clean the stables of King Augeas or Augeias of Elis in a single day. King A owned more cattle than anyone else in Greece, so this was, it was a crappy job, to put it mildly. So to clean out the stables in one day seemed to be an impossible task with the huge herds maintained by the king. Hercules, however, had the brains to go with his brawn. He tore a pathway through the wall of one side of the stable and another on the opposite side of the stable. Then he dug a trench from the hole in the wall of the stables to a nearby river. He diverted the river through the stables and, boom, in the course of a night, washed it out clean. There is more to this story involving the cowardly king and the liar king. I use Britannica.com and Perseus.tufts.edu to get more information, and you can too. Let's take a look at the physical appearance of this coin now. I may need to shrink it a bit to focus. There is, just like all the other coins in this series, the lack of the die letters to the left or to the right of the two here on the back of the coin. If you have a coin with die letters, or you see a coin with die letters, you'll know that it is automatically from the original series of coins. The strike seems to be pretty nice on this, although with the 3 coins I've gotten so far, I do notice that although the center of the coin seems to be highly polished and decorative like that, as you get around to the edge and to the little beading that's around the Labors of Hercules, on one of my coins, it's completely matte in finish. It's as if they didn't finish polishing the die or preparing the die in an even manner. Now, also, when you have a planchet of a coin prior to its being struck, you're going to notice a bunch of contact marks on the surface of the coin, which, in terms of striking, usually disappear when the planchet goes through the press. But I've noticed on more than one of these Labors of Hercules issues that the settings on the press must be very light indeed, because I still see a lot of these contact marks underneath the striking of the coin. I'm not really impressed with that. This is an issue of only 1,750 pieces. It doesn't take but probably less than 2 hours to do a strike like that, if you're doing a strike that's going to be a good quality and intent on never seeing circulation. So I'm a little disappointed with the strike of many of the coins that I've received in this series. In spite of the beautiful design, the strike can be problematic if I choose to ever sell this coin in the future. Thankfully, I have the COA to let everybody know that I that I got it from the mint. The other problem I have is with a coin with a mintage of this nature, there should not be water spots on the coin. I have had several coins that have what look to be like water spots on the reverse of the coin and on the obverse, and I just think that that's a little bit sloppy. I, in my life of collecting, have come to consider Pobjoy Mint to be a synonym with quality, and I'm just not always seeing it in the coins of this series. Let's take a second to look at the design of the obverse of this coin. It is that of Queen Elizabeth II. I have never, ever not liked to see the queen on the coin. Well, I take that back. There is some horrible, horrible bust work of her done on some of the coins of Turks and Caicos. But I don't consider this to be one of them. Underneath the bust of the queen, you can see the initials that show that this is a Pobjoy Mint issue. And the queen is wearing the George IV state diadem and pearl drop earrings, which could be any of a number of pearl drop earrings that she has had made or has inherited from her mother, Queen Elizabeth, or her grandmother, Queen Mary, or her great great grandmother, Queen Victoria. So, I mean, maybe even her great grandma, Queen Alexandria. I don't really know. I don't know my earrings as well as I know my coronets. So here we go. It is what it is. The 5th coin out of 12 in the Labors of Hercules. My analysis and my thoughts on the designs as well. It is a series that I think is worth having, and with the low price, I'm not going to get too hung up on what I see as some of the sloppy work, which really may not be sloppy as much as it indicates that this was a coin series that was struck in a low number, but was struck to a circulation quality. If these were actually in a BU set or a bunk set, I would have a lot more problem with the appearance of the coins than I do. And frankly speaking, right now, it's just kind of a nice window into the process of Pobjoy Mint. Please click on the purple circle to subscribe, and share my YouTube channel, Numismatic Notes with Benjamin. I am Benjamin. Have a jewel of a day.